Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing some coasters and I'm going to be using these stencils. I had these stencils for quite a few years. Just came in a big pack. They were on a ring. I took them off because it was too difficult to look at them all with the ring. They kept snagging on each other. So there's all sorts of stencils. I got these, would have been, at least 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. I remember I got them from Temu and they probably still have them. Just look up stencils and see what you can find. So I've picked out 4, but the problem was the coasters I have, because it is a set of 4 and they stack up in this container here afterwards, but the squares don't fit in. So if I was to force that in, it would, no, it's no good. So what I had to do is I had to cut the stencils, which I don't mind doing, so it could fit in. Now just place that on there. They actually stick quite well to the silicone. So if you just put that exactly where you want it, you'll be ready to go. I have made one already and I will demold that with the other 3. So I won't show you that one until the end. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using some mica powder or chameleon powder for the colouring of the stencil, and then I'm going to back it in the black. So this is one I've done already. So you can see there I've done the stencil and I've also done around the edge. So when we take this take it out of the mould, the side of the coaster is going to have the same colour as the pattern on the inside. So that's that colour there. It's like a purple blue. I don't know if you can see whether that's changing colours for you or not. So I'll put them aside for later. And the one that I've already done is this colour here. It's like a copper colour, copper and pink. And I've also got this peachy pinky gold and this purpley pink. So I have these 2 to do, and then we can make our black epoxy resin to put over the top. Right, so this one's nice, and I've got this one nice and straight. We'll just press them down a little bit. Now the thing with using stencils, it's the same with paint. Don't go and put a whole lot on and swish it all around and be rough with it, because it will get underneath your stencil and then you're going to have a big job trying to clean it up. You want nice crisp sides. So the trick is to use a tiny bit and take your time. Don't go and put a heap in the middle and then swish it all around. Just a little tiny bit on your brush and just slowly colour in the pieces that you want done. So what did I say that colour was going to be? This one, I think. Let's grab a brush and a serviette. So I don't need gloves at this stage because I'm not touching any resin. Right. Am I still recording? Always got to check this phone. Yeah. So just put a tiny bit. That's too much. I'll take some of that off and just slowly fill in these bits. So if you do put too much on and it goes underneath your stencil, you want to get it off. Later when you pull the stencil off, you'll see, oh no, I've gone right underneath, it's ruined the pattern. Just grab one of these earbuds, dip it in a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, and then just clean off the bits that you want off. It takes a little while, but you'll get it off. But if you can prevent that in the beginning, that's even better. So I'm just going to keep doing this until my stencil is completely covered. Covered, sorry. A bit throaty this morning. Been looking after my granddaughters and they had a few bugs. So I'm just getting over a cold from them. Thanks, kids. If you're enjoying my videos, my creations, please subscribe. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. And hit the thumbs up if you got something out of this video, if you've learned something, or you just enjoyed watching it. That would really help my algorithm with YouTube. I'm sitting on about 1,000 subscribers at the moment, which is the minimum you need to be monetized. And I need 4,000 watch hours, and I think I'm on about 3,600 or something. So I'm nearly there. So if you could really help me out, that would be great. I do arts and crafts like resin art. I also do decoupage, I do cake decorating, and furniture makeovers is my other passion I do. So you might not be interested in watching those other things, but you could just check out my playlists. Playlists. And you can go straight to the resin art if that's the only thing you like watching. You don't have to watch anything else that I put up. Right. Let's go around the edge here very carefully. I mean, we could go all the way around and do the whole thing if you wanted to, but when I cut the stencil out, my lines are a little bit crooked to be doing that. It won't look very nice. But you may find a stencil that you can fit in there perfectly. It's got nice straight edges, and just do the whole thing. Make sure that's pressed down. Oops. This is a little bit tricky not getting it over the edge, but I will clean up what's spilt later. I'll show you that. This chameleon powder that I got, excuse me, from Temu, it's not really good stuff, but it was cheap, I thought, oh, it doesn't really shift colours that much. A little bit, but not really strong like some of the ones you can get. So I went back onto my order, had a look at what I ordered, and it's actually eyeshadow. It's chameleon eyeshadow. It's not for resin art. Well, you can use it, I've used it. But so funny, I didn't read that properly, did I? But, you know, can still use it. So yeah, apparently it's an eyeshadow one. That's what it said on the description. So obviously I just rushed in and saw it. Oh, that'll do. Yep, that'll do. Chameleon. It says chameleon powder. Yep, get that. But it's actually for eyeshadow. Right. Let's turn that over. Right. Now I'm going to be doing the sides. Let's check that's good coverage. So very carefully. And this is where the cleanup comes up involved. How am I going to do this without getting in the way of the camera? Just going to very carefully go along the edge. Okay, I've done the sides. Now carefully lift off the stencil. Oh, I need something sharp to get in there without hurting my mould. There we go. There we have it. Now you'll see there's a little bit around the edges here. I could leave that. It might look quite good. I wonder if I should leave it. No, I'm going to tidy it up a little bit. So just get some alcohol. Pop your little earbud in there and just take it off. This is tedious. And I'll just go around each corner and get rid of the bulk. I'm just wondering if I should leave it. It's only a very fine amount. It's only because I'm impatient. I want it gone. I'll just work away at it and get rid of it. But yeah, you could just leave it if you want. It's only a tiny, tiny little bit, but it will show. Just fast forward, guys, if you're sick of watching me do this part. That's okay. Okay. See how tidy that is. It's a little bit better. Okay, so that's that one done, ready to go. So I've got 2 down and I've got my last one to go. I will do that off camera, you don't need to watch that again. And I will come back when it's ready to pour some black epoxy and then back in a tick. To a break from this, go and have a coffee and then come back. Oh. So she says and carries on. Okay, that's enough. Right, I'm back. So while I was away having some breakfast, I had a light bulb moment. And I'll show you what I've come up with. Just put that aside. If you don't want to cut it, what you could, I found a bigger mould. And what you could do is just place it on the mould like that. Put a bit of tape on the hole there and the number there. And then just do the whole thing. Just leave it in there, do the stencil, do around the edge and all around the sides there as well. Then lift it out and then you're done. If you don't have the bigger mould, you've got the smaller one. The other idea I had is get a glass, pop that on top and just trace around so you've got a perfect circle. Because I just hand cut that, you know, with the scissors, and it's yeah, pretty rough around the edges. So I should have got the glass and done a complete perfect circle, and then pop that circle, cut it out, pop that circle straight into the smaller coasters. So what I might do, I'll do this big one too so we can see a difference at the end. So I'm going to be doing an extra one today. And I'll just go and put some tape on these 2 holes that I don't want the powder going through. And give that a bit of a clean. It's got some glitter and some stuff in there. Which side down? I suppose it doesn't matter. Right, put that exactly where you want it. I have to get right over and have a look. Hang on. Okay, I think that's okay. Better pick a different colour. See what we've got here. Let's try put some of that purple, blue. Let's try that one. Okay. So I don't have to be as careful as long as the stencil is pushed down, because I'm not worried about it getting on the sides now. That is a little bit heavy-handed. I didn't mean to put that much in there at that time. Never mind. Hopefully it'll be okay. Damn, that's lifting. got quite a bit in here I can use. Don't think I need any more. Just take that all around the sides. This one seems to be lifting a little bit, so just put a bit of pressure with your fingers when you're going around. Okay, that's enough of that. Just gonna tip them upside down, get rid of any excess. Now we'll take the stencil off. Uh-oh. That's what happens when you put too much on your brush. Okay, it's not going to work. I'm going to redo that again. I'm going to wipe all that out and do that again. Take my time this time. Do as I say, not as I do. Get rid of the excess. Now, remove the stencil without hurting your mould. Here we have that one. Cool. Okay, put them aside. Now let's mix up some resin. So we have this one, this one, this one, and the big one we've just done. I'll just clean this one up a little bit more, and I'll be back with some black resin. Right, I have this black resin pigment paste, so I'm going to be using, put some of that in there. I'll just wipe off my stick, give that a good stir, and we need it to be opaque, so we don't want to be seeing the stick through the resin. And just try, I've just wiped most of that off. Last time I used this, it actually took quite a bit to get it right, to get it as opaque as I needed, and a lot of it was stuck on the bottom, and I stirred it for such a long time, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, we got there, sorry, clean up as I go. Right, let's see how much one of these moulds takes. Do the blue one first. Pop them there. So I've got 80 mils in here. Let's see how much he takes. Now I want to flip right up so it's nearly doming. because it will shrink when it cures. And you can have those sharp edges. So just try and put as much in as we can before overflowing. So just about there, I think. Ooh, yep, that's it. Okay, how much have we got left? Not much, about 20 mils. So that takes 60 mils for one coaster. Okay, I'll fill this one up. And I will mix some more. So I need another 60 for this. And another 60 for the others. 100. No. What did I say? 80. 40 for this. 80 for that. Okay, quite a bit. Right, I'll be back once I've mixed it all up. Okay, I've mixed up 120 mils. And what I did is I put my paste into this one and just added a little bit of resin and mixed that through first to get rid of the lumps. I could see down the bottom. I could see if there was any paste in the bottom. Sorry, can you see that? So that's a lot easier than just put your paste in there and then trying to dissolve it. So I did that. So we'll pour that into there. And there's no lumps this time. Right. Stir that through. Hopefully it'll be opaque enough. That's looking really good. Okay. Right, get our other two moulds that we need to fill up and top this one up as well. Just top this one up. Touch wood, we've got enough, guys. And I don't think we will. Oh no. Oh well, I'll just have to mix some more up. Anyway, you get the gist of what I'm doing here. I will mix some more up, pop it in there, and I'm just going to give these a little spray with some isopropyl alcohol. Just in case I've got bubbles coming up on the edges. Can't see any, but I'll still give it a little spray. Right. Just going to give the inside of this mould a little bit of a spritz with some alcohol just towards the corners, just so that will prevent some bubbles. Just, oh, I've had a bit of that's a bit too much in there. Okay. Just going to pour this slowly in. Start in the corners. I'll just let it find its own way around. I fill that right to the top. Try and dome it a little bit because it shrinks and it cures. I think that's about it. I'll just get down on the floor and have a look sideways. Yep, that's pretty good. Alright, got a little bit left, so I will just get out some random little moulds and do something with those, and we can demold those at the same time as we demold these. Okay, now I will see you at demolding. Okay, let's demold. This is a bit tricky. Alright, yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I spoke too soon. Oh, it's bendy. Oh no. Straighten him up a bit. Uh-oh. Oh no. If I can't get that straight, the coasters aren't going to fit in. Is it straight or is my eyes deceiving me? Okay. That turned out all right. So this one here is the very first one that I did that you didn't see me do. Okay. This was my experiment piece. I can see quite a bit of chameleon powder all over the place, and a little bit messy there with the stencil. I don't know if I'm pleased about that or not. And it's marked, so it's not completely shiny. You can see how the colour changes there. But yeah, with all this powder and where I tried to clean it up, it's quite untidy. So that's a fail, that one. Okay, I've redid the one I didn't like. This is the stencil I've used. And instead of cutting around the stencil, I just trimmed off a couple of the sides so it would fit perfectly in the mould. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place, but never mind. So that fit in there perfect. I just taped up the holes that I didn't want stenciled, and this is how it's come out. You can see that. So I'll just mix up some black resin and I'll wait till this is cured, and then we'll unmold them all together. Okay, time to unmold. We'll do these ones first. See if they're any different to this one. Same sort of thing. Too much chameleon powder left in the black spaces, in the negative spaces. So unless you like that sort of thing, but Okay, let's see what the other ones look like. Same thing. Sides look good. Stencil looks good. It's just these little bits in here that are bugging me. But at least I know now that taking them off with the Q-tip or earbud, as we call them here in New Zealand, doesn't do a perfect job. This is another one. Same thing, it's really messy. Interesting though that the stencils, I mean it works, the stencils definitely work with chameleon powder, and those stencils definitely stick down onto the silicone. It's just these areas here that are concerning me. Okay, if you remember this one here, it was a bigger coaster and I just popped the whole stencil in and I went around the edge with chameleon powder. Let's see how different that looks. No, that's a no. Obviously I didn't have it completely centered right. There's a thin piece there and this side thicker. Oh wow, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, lucky last guys. This is the one where I had the stencil and I just took a tiny bit off and I popped it in there so it fit nice and snug. Fingers crossed. That's a lot better. Yeah, I like that one. Oh, I can actually see, because I reused, oh no, I reused the mould that one came out of, and I obviously didn't clean it well enough because I can see, I don't know if you can see that, let me have a look behind the camera. You can see the pattern, see there in the middle? Okay, so I've learnt something there. Make sure your silicone moulds are very, very clean. It's left like a film. You can see it when you turn it. But chameleon powders are great. Blue, pink. Awesome. So this is the one this is the technique I'm gonna be using next time. So I'll keep those as reminders, and I will definitely be doing this one, this method again, putting the whole stencil in. Okay, I've got some bonus demolds for you. I've got 3 here. Just put you in closely so you can see it. Okay. Oh, ouch, that was my knee. Right, let's do this little love heart container. I just had leftover black from another project, and I just threw in some chameleon powder. Just nicked it with my nail. This is actually still a little bit bendy. Oops, it is too. So there's that little dish. It's cute. Plain but cute. Now we've got this little koi cup. Am I still recording? Yes. He's cute. Chameleon powder again. It's going sort of an orangey pink and a green. And lucky last, it's a little turtle, and I used 2 different coloured chameleon powders. One for his shell and one for his flippers and head. Oh, he's cute. Not as shiny. I did notice using this mould, things don't come out very shiny, so I could just put some UV resin over top of him, or just some resin next time I'm making something, and let it dry, just smooth it over with my fingers, shine it up a little bit more. But yeah, he's pretty cute. I like him. What do you think? He is cute. Okay. Oh, there was something else I could show you that I was mucking around with the other day. And these, I'll just grab them. Also had some black resin left. Did I say paint before? No, resin. So I have these, and I also have the love heart shape. Don't know where that's gone to now. This one here. And so I made this. So let's demold that and I'll show you what happened. I thought it would fit, but no, it's too big. It just flops around in there. And I thought, oh, I could just still put it in there, but you would see the edge. So then I just grabbed a square one, put some black resin in the bottom, and just popped that on top. And that's what I ended up with, which I thought was quite cute. So let's undo these. And this big love heart here. So this wasn't chameleon powder, this was just a mica powder. It's quite pretty. So yeah, so I've been playing around a little bit with pendants. We've got these ones as well. And to pop them in, I just put a little bit of Superfix glue on the back of it. So that one, this one here, quite like that one, it changes colours quite well. Little ones, and I also just did look through some old magazines and found a few little pictures, and I just got this, put a little bit of PVA or Elmer's glue in here, put the picture down, and then coated over the top again with glue, and it was when it was completely dry, I just poured some clear resin over the top, UV resin actually, and popped it under my lamp. So that's how I got those little pictures in there. Horses. This one has a bubble right in the middle. So yeah, these are just all practice things, just mucking around, seeing what I could do. I have a little bits of leftover resin, I just play with these. Yeah, okay, that's all the extras. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that, and if you got some useful information anyway about what not to do when you're stenciling, and using chameleon powders with stenciling. Please hit the thumbs up button or leave a comment and let me know what you think, or what would you do different to prevent these messy bits here. Or do you like the messy bits? I mean, I don't, but some people might. But I do like this one. I'm happy with that one. So I will do some more at some stage. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.